All right, we're gonna try this again. This is 14 gauge aluminum, 20 gauge silver plated copper, 6mm beads, and 4mm beads. These happen to be amethyst and mother of pearl or shell, depending on where you get them. And we're gonna try a variation of these earrings again. You want to take about 7 inches to start. It's about 8, just to be safe. Hopefully that'll be enough. If it's not, then we'll just have to do the video again. And make sure you just cut the same amount. Put one piece against the other. Move these out of the way. And I'm getting suggestions from different people on how to make this better, and I appreciate it. I'm going to be using some of them in this video. So you want to do is bring these two ends together like this so you can find the exact middle here, and then actually bend them a little further. Actually bend them as far as you can, and then come back out of the bend like this, and that will give you a point right there. And you can even make the point a little bit tighter by taking your flat nose and just squeezing each end right there. All right. Now come up here and look at that. They're not even. So let's make them even. Let's do everything as even as we can. You'll see why. So let's make that a little bit better. Sometimes opening it up, you can get it like a sharper corner. You get the flat nose right into the edge there, like that. Get a nice sharp corner, and then bend it back. Voila. All right. Now we're gonna take this and just make a loop at the top. Just the tiniest loop you can make with the pinch it a little tighter with the 14 gauge silver here, 14 gauge aluminum rather. Do another one on this side. Are they even? Yep, they're pretty even. Good. So far good. Okay. Now we want these loops to be straight up, not facing sideways. Although this would make a nice long anteater face. Okay, I'm not exactly sure what an anteater looks like, but from my imagination, it's pretty dead on. So now we want to make like a round opening here, and at the same time, we want these guys to face straight up. So we're gonna start bending them like this. So we get them at a full 45 degree angle, because that makes the loops go straight up and on top of each other. This is just what we want, because now we have kind of an ice pick. And pull them apart again. And about here we want to make this round circle. We got to bend it this way and then bend it back, kind of making an oval. This is looking more and more like some kind of creature with a very long snout. So find that creatures with very long snouts are the best kind, because they're always poking their noses into somebody's business, and that just can be kind of fun when they tell you the gossip later on. If you want to know about your neighbor, just get an anteater as a pet. They'll be poking their nose in your neighbor's business all the time. It's just a fact. Like, all right, so we got this nice anteater snout. Trying to make this point nice and tight, and it's veering off to one side, trying to make it straight. I'm not gonna go too crazy, but you get the idea, right? Make that a little rounder. Okay. Well, let's make another one to match it out of this guy. Voila. Look how much better I made that second one. See how much you just practicing makes it better. This is the good one. This is the icky one now. It doesn't matter. Nobody's gonna know when we're all done. Let's get our mini anvil, or you can just get a piece of metal. Get like an old door hinge or something. Get some kind of hinge or metal flat piece from Home Depot for a couple bucks. Screw or nail it to a big block of wood, and then you can use that. You don't have to pay for this thing, but if you want, this thing allows you to brag that you were a thief and you stole from the Keebler elves. Put it down on some heavy concrete, something on the ground, or somewhere where it's not going to shake. You could do it on the table, but it's going to shake like crazy, and it's not going to be as effective. It's going to be more just loud. Anyway, put a little piece of leather underneath it to cushion it when you do your hammering, and you can get a nice expensive hammer made for jewelry, or you can again go to the dollar store or just get an old hammer that you found, and it's more fun. The more rustic and old and disgusting the hammer is, if it has some rust on it, it's even better. So I put some napkins under here because I can't find a leather piece. I'm just not really prepared. And then so just take your hammer and just start banging the crap out of it. Like, the process is just really banging with great anger all over until you just bang the whole piece just flat everywhere. Now after you're done, they might be all misshapen in different directions. Just try to flatten them out a little bit. Just try to get them a little bit flat and try to get them a little bit straight. You can still bend them. It's a lot harder to bend, but that's good because you want them nice and strong. So now we're gonna put these two loops together like this, and we want it to still be a little bit open here. So we're gonna bend from this part right here. There we go. Some nice sharp ice pick going on. It's not totally symmetrical. It's never gonna be perfect. Don't even worry about it. That's what makes it beautiful and handmade. This one's gonna look even uglier, but you can still mess with it. Let's see. All right, looks kind of like a syringe or something. I don't know, some kind of ancient laboratory tool that's used for creating monsters. Some kind of horror or something. All right, let's get our 20 gauge and move these out of the way. You only need to cut off like a tiny bit. Like, this is like 1.5 inches, 3 centimeters. And just thread this amethyst in, and the mother of pearl. Get your round nose pliers. Give yourself go up here less than 1 centimeter, a little bit less than 1 centimeter, about 1/3 of an inch. Make a nice right angle, and then roll it back. This thing is slipping out of my fingers. Roll it back. Just keep repositioning. Don't hurt your wrist. Roll it. Roll it. So you got a cute little loop like that. Yeah. Now push the beads tight against that loop. Flip it over. Make a right angle this time against the beads. Cut it off that same amount, about 1/3 of an inch. And then roll. Take the tiniest part of your round nose pliers and just roll it back. Roll it. Get it nice and tight. If you get it really tight, you're good. If you actually don't leave yourself enough to even finish the loop, just cut it off and start over. It's not a big deal. Get these two lined up. Make sure they look nice and lined up from every direction. Nice and straight. We'll do the next one. Get some nice fat jump rings. These are 10 millimeter, I believe. That should be good. So open it up sideways like we do. And let's try the first one. You want to go like that, go through both loops. And balance it. Get our first set of beads, amethyst at the top. Drop it in there. Might need 2 pairs of pliers to close it. If you don't have too flat nose, you can use your round nose. Just pull it tight and close it. All right. Let's see, is that a good angle? Oh yeah. I like the. Oh. If you don't have a big giant jump ring, you can use like 3 small ones. Why wouldn't you use 2 small ones? Well, you could use 2 small ones. In this case, it really doesn't matter because the beads are going to spin and they look the same from any direction, really. There we go. We're going to use 2 jump rings to attach the earring hooks. Why wouldn't we just use 1 jump ring and the earring hooks? Because the first one you put it on is going to turn this way, and then the earring hooks are going to turn this way, and then instead of seeing this front part, you're going to see the earring on the side of the ear like this. So always bear in mind, every extra link or jump ring you add will turn your piece a quarter turn one way or the other. So if you want it to face a certain way, sometimes you got to add a different amount of links or jump rings. So let's put that on. Put the little one on. Voila! Now we're going to try the part where we experiment, and let's see if this works. I'm going to take this right here like this. Take another pair of pliers. Again, you can use your round nose if you don't have 2 flat nose. No, I'm going to use my fingers. I just feel like I can get a better grip on everything. All right, here goes. Ready? We're going to twist. Ooh, this is giving me issues already. Maybe I am going to use pliers. Let's try pliers, and I'm not sure what I want to do. This guy does not want to twist. There we go. There we go. He's coming along. I want the whole thing to twist up the length of it, not just twist in one place. Okay, it's not coming out neat. It's just, this is becoming a mess. So we're just gonna go with it and not worry about being neat. These are gonna be the ice daggers from a horror movie. This is like a drill. Okay, you don't have to make these as long. I was thinking they would get shorter as I twisted. But they did not. They just got more scary looking. So here you have the scariest looking earrings. More of some kind of medieval weapon than. Let's try this one. See if we can do better on this one. Okay. This is getting okay. I'm kind of liking that. Fingers on one side, pliers on the other side. Right? It's coming out a little more even. Come around. How many times are we going to come around? I'd say just try to make it the same amount of times on both. That looks about the same, right? Cool. Make it straight. These are going to be great. As you wear these earrings, and you have to have a giraffe neck, otherwise you're going to stab yourself in the shoulder as you walk. But you could take them off and put one like inside each set of knuckles like this. Actually, you could make like 3 pair of them and have Wolverine claws. And then if you're in a dark alleyway, you can just fight off attackers as you go. These are like the merriest holiday earrings / weapons that you could ever find. And I just think it's a beautiful thing. Little did you know, I intended them to be vicious. So we're going to call these the beautiful, festive, vicious holiday earrings. And I just want all of you to try making these, because if you don't have pepper spray or a taser, like these will really come in handy as you're going about your day, and you just want to feel safer in the world. I feel safer having made these already. When I walk down the hallway now, I'm going to carry a pair of these with me, even if I don't wear them. You guys have a great day.